Think back to the last time it happened, not the act, what came after. That specific, quiet, sinking feeling. Now ask yourself, who taught you to feel that? Because you were not born with it, something installed it. And you have been running it on autopilot ever since without ever checking whether it belongs to you. This is about the shame some people feel after masturbation and where that feeling usually comes from. Masturbation means touching your own genitals for sexual pleasure on your own. Shame means I am bad, which is different from guilt, which means I did something I don't like. The first one is inherited rules. Inherited rules are messages you absorbed from family, religion, school, or peers about what bodies and sex are allowed to do. If you learned good people don't do that, your brain tags the act with danger and the alarm goes off after the rush fades. A quick example is someone raised to think sexual pleasure is dirty who still masturbates as an adult, then feels contaminated afterward, even if no one else knows. That is shame doing its old job of keeping you inside the group rules. That brings us to secrecy and the body switch. Secrecy means you hide the behavior, and hiding trains your brain to pair it with wrong. The body switch is the rapid change your nervous system makes from high arousal to cool down. Your nervous system is the body's control network for alertness, mood, and energy. During arousal, brain chemicals that drive wanting and focus spike, and then they drop fast after you finish. That drop, plus the quiet room, can feel like emptiness, and emptiness is a place shame loves to speak. Think of finishing quickly before a roommate gets home, heart racing, then silence, adrenaline gone, and your brain fills the gap with self-judgment. Another big one is value mismatch and broken promises. Values are the qualities you want your actions to line up with, like honesty, care, or moderation. If you told yourself not tonight and still did it, your brain reads that as breaking a promise to yourself. Pornography means sexual images or videos made to arouse viewers, and if the content you watched clashes with your own standards, that clash can sting afterward. Sometimes the act is fine for you, but the context or frequency is not, and the gap between intention and action is where shame sneaks in. The last one is using it to numb feelings. When masturbation becomes a go-to way to escape stress, boredom, or loneliness, the original feeling is still waiting on the other side. Coping means the strategies you use to handle hard feelings or situations. If the main strategy is escape, the relief is short, and the return of the feeling can get mislabeled as I am bad, instead of I was stressed. For example, after a rough day, you scroll, you finish, the stress is still there, and shame tries to write the story. So what do you do with this? First, name the source. Ask whose rule you are following and decide your own on purpose. Second, change the context. Choose times, settings, and content that fit your values and skip what does not. Third, upgrade the voice in your head. Use guilt for behavior you want to adjust and keep shame off your identity. If the pattern feels stuck or compulsive, a licensed therapist can help you untangle it safely. The takeaway is simple. Most of that after feeling comes from learned rules, secrecy, value gaps, and using it to numb, and you can change those.